The Salt Lake Bees are moving to Daybreak. So what happens to the baseball stadium they leave behind? I'm Fox 14 News reporter Maithili Gubbi with some of the possible scenarios of what this space could look like.
Thanks for your questions.
People who care about the ballpark are making their voices heard.
I've lived in this neighborhood for about 6 years. I grew up going to the Bees game, and it's been a historical standpoint in the neighborhood for so long, and I think it's important that we preserve it.
One of them was Katie McKeon at a community meeting for people to see 3 possible options for the ballpark once the Salt Lake Bees move to a new stadium in South Jordan.
It's important to still have the legacy of the ballpark, but it needs a refresh. It needs some new ideas and more community engagement.
The first scenario is if the ballpark is preserved and the focus is on sports. The second is an adaptive reuse, using a part of the existing structure but keeping the emphasis on culture. And the third is removing the whole ballpark and keeping nature as the theme. And people got to pick their favorite.
Walk towards the scenario that most excites you in this moment.
Most picked option 2, the adaptive reuse model.
I think it represents a nice compromise for a lot of people. We've seen the ballpark structure be so iconic for the entire time we've lived in the neighborhood, all of us.
To give feedback on the 3 possible scenarios, people use these Post-it notes. Blue for something they're excited about and yellow for something they're concerned about. They stuck these on the boards so the city can take the ideas into consideration.
The community is listening. They're listening hard. We've been showing up for meetings about this for 1.5 years now, and I think people are going to keep showing up because we care deeply what happens to this space.
The city project team hopes to have a final design framework by early 2025.
I'm happy to see what comes out of it, and I think through collaboration and everyone's input, it should be really great.
In Salt Lake City, I am Maithili Gubbi, Fox 14 News, Utah.